Hello, Peachies. Welcome back to Dear Peachy. Do you feel like makeup isn't really enhancing your beauty, just slightly brightening your skin tone and adding a pop of color here and there? And here we are, almost 2025, and you still haven't mastered the art of a full glam look? Well, this is the video you need to check off that New Year's resolution and slay your makeup game. This is a super detailed step-by-step makeup tutorial for beginner that helps you transform from this to this. Today, we're featuring a favorite makeup guru for beginners, Xiao Nan from XiaoHongShu. Her account is a true treasure trove for anyone just starting their makeup journey, gaining her an impressive 110,000 followers. From subtle everyday looks to versatile soft glam styles for any occasion, she's got it all covered. Still a rookie in makeup? Her account is an absolute must-visit. Without further ado, let's get started. Your makeup routine should always begin with skincare. After cleansing your face, apply minimal skincare products. Avoid heavy layers as they can cause your makeup base to budge or pill later on. Start by hydrating your face with a mist or a toner. Gently tap it into your skin to ensure full absorption. Next, lock in that moisture with a lightweight moisturizer or lotion. Pay extra attention to areas like the center of your cheeks, under your eyes, and the sides of your nose. These are prone to dryness or peeling. Rub the lotion into these areas to ensure better moisture absorption. You can also apply some to your chin. Before applying your base makeup, give your skincare a moment to fully absorb. Once it feels slightly tacky to the touch, you're ready to move on to foundation. If you notice uneven skin tone, such as dark circles or spots, you can color correct before applying foundation. For dark circles, which are often bluish or purplish, a peach or salmon-colored concealer works best. Nan recommends distributing a small amount of concealer on the back of your hand and using a flat-ended brush to pick up a thin, even coat. Lightly dot the concealer onto your dark circles and blend out the edges with your fingers for a seamless look. Even one layer can make a noticeable difference. To ensure it stays put, opt for a concealer with strong staying power. Once both eyes are concealed, wait about 30 seconds for it to set. This helps improve its longevity before moving on to foundation. For foundation, Nan advises using 1 to 2 pumps. No more, no less. Dispense it onto the back of your hand and spread it evenly with your fingers. Start from the center of your face and blend outward for a natural finish. Use the remaining foundation on your fingers to cover tricky areas like the sides of your nose. Rub them in. Avoid applying foundation directly over the concealed areas under your eyes to maintain their brightness. After applying foundation, use a slightly damp cushion puff to tap the product into your skin. Work in a perpendicular motion for a flawless finish. Once you've tapped your entire face, gently press the puff under your eyes and over your eyelids for a smooth and airy look. If your foundation has a fast-setting formula, work in sections to prevent it from drying too quickly. For areas like the nose, use a bit of pressure with your puff to press the foundation into your pores. The result is a seamless, airy base that looks fresh and natural. To brighten the center of the face, use a cream matte highlighter. Spread a thin layer of the product onto your hand before applying it to your face. Apply a subtle amount to areas like your inner cheeks, T-zone, and chin. Using the same puff, fold it to reach smaller areas and gently tap the product into the skin without dragging. This step creates a subtle lifting and brightening effect, bringing focus to the center of your face. Finally, set your makeup with either loose or pressed powder. For an airy, lightweight finish, go for loose powder. If you prefer a matte, high-coverage look, pressed powder is the way to go. No matter which powder products you're using, always tap away any excess powder onto your hand to ensure an even distribution of the particles on your puff. You can also fold and rub the puff together for better blending. This step will make your base look more airy and less cakey, giving you an even and natural finish. Start by setting the center of your face, then move to the sides of your nose, under your eyes, and finally, your lids. If you notice creasing on your lids, Don't worry. It's normal. Simply use the puff to gently tap it away. To check if your face is properly set, touch your skin lightly with your hands. If there's no tacky feeling, you're good to go. Next, let's move on to brows. Brows play a crucial role in shaping your face. Begin by locating where your brows should start. The brow head should align with the sides of your nose wings. The arch should be diagonally aligned with your nose wings and the outer edge of your eyes, and the brow tail should connect with the sides of your nose and the outer corners of your eyes. For the brow head, fill in vertical strokes to mimic the natural growth direction of your brow hair. For the arch, use downward slanted strokes to connect to the tail. If needed, clean up the shape with a Q-tip. To make your brows look bushier and more lively, add a few strokes along the upper edge of the brow front. Finally, use a spoolie to brush through your brows for a more natural finish. Brushing a few extra times at the brow front will help create a soft, diffused look. A well-done brow adds structure and flow to your facial features, with a subtle arch that complements your shape. Now, for nose contouring, Nan uses a lighter top contour powder and a sickle-shaped nose contour brush. Start by defining your nose roots, shading the sides of your nose bridge. Lift your head slightly to contour the tip and notice the natural shading near your nostrils. Following this shadow, create a subtle V shape at the nose tip. Blend the contour upward from the shaded points, connecting it to your nose bridge and extending it toward your brows using a fluffy blending brush. To enhance depth, connect the shadows seamlessly to the groove above your lids. For a more prominent contour, build up the intensity by layering the powder gradually. At the nose tip, blend the contour sideways for a smooth, seamless look. With the remaining product on the brush, lightly sweep it over your lids to create a subtle depuffing effect. And now, you can see how Nan's nose looks more prominent, defined, and beautifully structured. To give your nose contour a clean and defined look, add a touch of matte highlighter to the inner corners of your eyes. This brightens the area and creates a beautiful contrast with the shadows along your nose bridge. Moving on to face contouring, start by finding the highest points of your cheekbones, the parts that protrude slightly from the side. Apply the contour along the edges to create a smooth, sculpted outer frame for your face. Avoid applying contour directly to the hollows under your cheekbones, as it can make your features look unnecessarily aged. Instead, focus on defining your jawline, which adds a sharp, lifted look to your face shape. Nan suggests applying contour using a dotting and tapping motion. This technique gives a cleaner, more natural finish and leaves your skin looking snatched without harsh lines. Now, let's move to the eyes. For a beginner-friendly approach, stick to eyeshadow colors that are muted or have lower saturation, as they're easier to work with. Start with a large blending brush and apply the lightest nude shade from your palette as the base. Sweep it evenly across both your upper and lower lids to even out the tones and help the other shades pop more prominently. Next, switch to a smaller brush and pick up a slightly darker shade to add depth to your lids. This shade should be applied directly into the crease, blending it back and forth with soft, horizontal motions. Carry the same shade down to your lower lash line for balance. Then, take the darkest shade in your palette and use a smaller brush to focus on the outer third of your upper lid. Eyeshadow is all about building depth, so layer darker shades gradually, blending as you go. For a lifted and structured look, blend the outer corner upwards and outwards. If the edges look uneven, take your original blending brush and softly swipe over the area to smooth everything out. For added definition, use a flat-headed detailing brush to pick up the darkest shade and line it along your lower lash line. Concentrate on the outer third, blending lightly for a seamless finish. To contour your under-eye fat, also known as aiguille sal, start by smiling to locate the natural groove beneath your eyes. Using a light hand, apply contour directly beneath the groove and blend it gently from side to side for a soft, natural effect. Nan builds up this contour by layering a slightly darker shade for more definition, blending out the edges with the same brush used earlier. If you're worried about harsh lines, Take the largest blending brush you used and swipe gently over the edges to smooth them out. Finally, take the lightest nude shade again to highlight the center of your egg yolsul. This step adds dimension while also cleaning up the edges for a polished look. If you want to make your eyes appear wider, you can use double eyelid stickers to adjust the height of your crease for a more open and lifted effect. To apply double lid stickers, start by positioning the middle of the sticker directly on the center of your crease. Let the inner end lie flat horizontally while gently pulling the outer end upward for a subtle, lifted eye effect. This simple technique effortlessly creates a higher and more defined crease. Curl your lashes using an eyelash curler. Push the curler inward and upward until you can see your waterline, then gently clamp it together. While holding it in place, pump the curler a few times as you lift upward. Release it slowly and repeat the process until your lashes are beautifully curled. To keep the curl intact, apply a lash primer immediately after curling. This locks the shape in place and prepares your lashes for the next steps. For added drama or volume, pick a pair of natural-looking falsies that suit your eye shape. If you're a beginner, go for simple, wearable styles perfect for everyday looks. Now for the eyeliner. Nan uses a liquid liner to create a soft, natural effect. She begins by lining her lash line, starting from the point aligned with the outer edge of her iris. From there, she extends a horizontal line outward toward the outer corner of her eye. To complete the look, she connects this line with a small triangle at the outer corner and fills it in. This creates a subtle enhancement to her eye shape. You can adjust the liner to your preference, extend it for a more dramatic look, or lift it higher for a cat eye effect. Be sure to fill in any blank spots along the lash line. At the inner corner, extend the liner slightly downward. By tilting your head to the side, you can see where the upper lash line connects to the inner corner. Fill in this area for a seamless finish. Using a small detailing brush and the darkest brown shade, connect the inner corner liner to the inner third of your lower lash line. For a dolly look, you can add a few fake lower lash strokes, starting with the main strokes and filling in smaller ones in between. Finish with mascara to add length and volume. For blush, choose a shade that complements your eyeshadow. Nan opts for muted tones, applying blush to her cheeks just below her eyes. Avoid extending the blush below the base of your nose. You can also apply a touch to your nose, outer eye corners, and chin for a cohesive look. When it comes to lips, select a shade with soft, less saturated colors. Nan applies lip gloss to her upper and lower lips, then smudges it out with her fingers for a natural finish. To add a touch of radiance, apply a shimmery highlighter to the inner corners of your eyes and the tip of your nose. If you want a more snatched appearance, use a matte highlighter on the triangular area below your eyes for a lifted effect. Blend some highlighter along the edges of your blush to refine the blended region and create a clean, polished look. Finally, Nan adds a beauty mark below her eye for an extra touch of charm, completing her everyday soft glam look. And there you have it. A simple yet stunning makeup routine that's perfect for any occasion. You've learned how to do it, and now it's time to put it into practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. But hey, so what if it's not perfect? What matters is that you're giving it a shot, and that effort is what truly counts. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.